Okay. Admittedly, I missed the Kyotober, but Black Friday, perfect time to mention this thing. The aforementioned engineering truck today on World of Stuff. Yes, this was relatively cheap. Now, I'm not going to mention where I got it, but if you do run into it, you'll know to avoid it after this. Now, what's interesting about this truck is that it seems to feature a similar screw-together design as the fire truck from a couple of years ago. And it's at least superfluous, as far as I can tell. It seems to serve no purpose other than take the entire thing apart and lose the screws so that your child will break it that much faster. Oh boy. Getting close here on some of the text. Yeah, it's just kind of mentioning what it is and some very odd little catchphrases, like every hero has a beginning. We come over to here, we have many forms. Only one of either a truck or a robot, and metamorphic robotics, which would be a little bit more impressive if there was any actual robotics in it. Not for this price. Now, getting onto the construction theme here, we do see that, yeah, there are 4 different truck beds that you could have with it. The only one that they've had was this one at the store. And there was a fire truck that had a more crane bed on it, but otherwise it was just basically the same thing in red. If that excites you, which, once you see it, I kind of doubt it will. Now, some of the more astute have noticed, yes, there is a sword with this. Yes, there is a Phillips head tip on it. So, there is no screw included other than the sword, if that is of any consequence. Alrighty, let's get this packaging open and see what kind of mess we're getting ourselves into. Already off to a bad start. Okay, here we go. Okay. Actual instructions before taking it apart. Okay, so that's a thing. And there's the robot itself. So it didn't come apart automatically in the box, so step in the right direction. Alright, let's get this thing off of here. So, I already have something got to throw away already with these little screws, unless you're really keen on keeping those. Don't know why, but hey, it's an option. Okay, actually those placeholder screws do serve a purpose. If you put them back on, it will stand up on its own. Actually, there is a purpose to these screws. If you put them back in, it can stand up on its own. Getting to this itself. See now, everything seems to be in order. Turns just fine. Not gonna fit a figure in that thing though. But at least it isn't coming up to pieces instantaneously. Onto the figure itself. Get the sword / screwdriver out. Eventually. There we go. Yeah, small, large, small Phillips head, and figure just comes out. And let's see, now I should just be able to. Okay, there we go. And Okay, so you're going to need something flat and sharp to get the feet out. Luckily I have this. Children will probably need to get a parent's permission to get something, or have the parents do it themselves. Okay. A big question, can it actually hold the sword? So, you know, just a little peg there, so theoretically, sort of. Okay, just so we're clear. Alright, went after the instructions, and apparently there is a reason to remove something. This back bit here you want to take off in order to make it more level, so at least try to make it stand better. See if this is even a good idea. At least the screws are relatively short. Okay, and little difference. Oh, and a little bonus here. Only one of the screws actually holds it in. The other kind of there as a placeholder. So, you apparently can at least lose one of the screws. and use it as a replacement. Alrighty, let's get on to transformation, see if this makes things any better. Unlikely, but let's give it a shot. Pull the head down, arms in, twist this back around. Okay, and okay, yeah. You do have to unscrew this thing. So that does actually serve a purpose. So you really can't lose any parts at all on something that you're designed to take apart. Brilliant. Okay, basic test here. All rolling. Yes, I took off these because otherwise that wasn't going to happen. Everything seems to be in working order. So it at least does that. I'm not going to waste too much more time with this. You know you shouldn't be buying it. Don't buy it for a child. It's not going to do too well for you or your reputation with them. Basically, it may be cheap, but it'll cost you in other ways. I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been the Deformation Engineering Truck, and I bid you good night.